What is going on, everybody? Precursor here with AVR Gaming, here to bring you a how-to and tutorial video on how to claim trade goods, the ins and outs of trade goods, and the difference between water and land goods. So like any structure or any upgrade you want in the server, it all starts right here at the research bar. You have to research certain technologies in order to advance further into the game and be able to unlock more things. So what we're going to discuss first are land goods. Now, in the terms of land goods require the technology of currency. So you would go to /civ research on currency. But we already have this technology, so we're good to go. Now, do keep in mind, currency is not one of those technologies that you get right off the bat. You have to work your way up by unlocking other technologies in order to unlock currency. But it's not that far along, so don't freak out. So, since we already have this unlocked, what we're going to do now is take our newfound freedom, go outside, and start scouring our entire civilization borders for these. These are our new trade outposts. They look similar to the last ones, but they're a little different, and I'll show you why here in a little bit. But basically, a trade outpost in raw form is a 1x3 bedrock pillar like this one right here. And as you can see, this represents marble. There are many different types of trade outposts there, and you can look it up on our CivCraft wiki how many and all the different types there are and what benefits you from all the different kinds. So I scoured around the entire civilization earlier and only found this, so looks like this is what we get to work with. Now, do keep in mind, if you find these, you have to be 100% sure that they're inside your town and cultural borders. If they are outside any type of border, they will be unutilizable and you will not be able to use them. And you will be very disappointed. So, there we go. So, that you need to keep in mind. So this is in our borders. We tested it, so we're good to go. Now, what you want to do is you want to get right next to it. You have to be right next to it in order to build it. So, I'm going to go right here because I already know I'll get suffocated if I do that. I'm going to go to /build trade outpost. Pretty straightforward. You hit enter, and that won't work. Let's try that. Oh, frick. There we go. And then, yeah, that's something to work out in the future, but for now, this is what builds. This one chunk little structure is what we call the trade outpost. Now, this building is fully utilizable. You can do whatever you want to it. Ooh, pork chops. You can open the chests, you can lay down beds, put up paintings, decorate it any way you want. It's all up to you, and you have that full availability to do that. Now, this right here is not what you paid all that money for. This is right here. As you notice, unlike what we had before where it was just a pillar and sign, you notice that there's now a picture frame in there with an item inside poking out. This is our new way of how trade outposts work. And if you go to /town info trade, you can notice right here, no trade goods available. But wait a minute, we already bought this and it's inside our borders. Why aren't we making any money off of it? Back to the picture and back to the picture frame and then the little item inside. The little item inside the picture frame is what you want, is what you paid all that money for. But how do I get that sign? How do I get that little item out of the picture frame? Same way you would do it if it was a regular one. You just hit it. And since bugs are being worked out, I'm going to go ahead and log back in and I'll show you how you claim it. Alright, sorry about that. Bugs being worked out in progress. So what we're going to do now is the only way to claim it is by punching it. As you can see, they pop out and they fly all over the place. Oh, there we go. And here we go. And as you can see, we now have marble. It appears right here, and it also appears inside your bonus goodie, inside your chat bar. As you can see, bonus goodie marble. So we are now holding our trade good. So what do we do with it now since we have it? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to start hiking back to our town hall. Two things to keep in mind though. One, if you get killed in action or you get killed along your way, or two, you log out for any reason, the trade good that's in your inventory will fall on the ground where you died or logged out. Now, what happens is after a while, the trade good will eventually appear back inside your trade post. However, if a passerby or enemy walks by who you do not want anything for, all they have to do is simply just walk up and pick it up, and then you just lost your trade good. So that you want to keep in mind and be careful about when you're handling your trade goods out in the open. So once we have made it back to our town hall over here, we're going to come in here, and no, it's not going to be this dark. Alright, let's come in here. You'll notice, aha, there are 4 picture frames to your right and to your left. So once you have your trade good in your hand, it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is walk up to it, to any one of these, and then just place it in there. And once you do that, you can go to /town info trade, and as you can see, we are now making money off of marble. Woohoo! 200 coins, and as you can see, the tick just went by. Town generated 200 coins from trade. So we have successfully harvested our trade good. Now, after a while, after 72 hours or a 3-day period that this item has left its trade outpost, it'll disappear. It won't completely disappear, it'll just return itself to the trade outpost. So when you log in and notice that there's empty picture frames where there were items, don't freak out. Just go back to the trade outpost and reclaim it that way. Now, that is basically how land goods work. Now I'm going to cut the video really quick so I can go prepare our other town so I can show you how water goods work. So I'll be right back. Alright, we have made it to our other town. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get started talking about water goods. Now, unlike land goods, which require the technology of currency, water goods actually require the technology of sailing, because they require a certain structure in order to start claiming them. Now, so yes, that does mean that it has a little more work involved to get water goods, but not much, so don't worry about that. Now, so just like before, you go to /civ research on sailing. And as you can see, we already have this technology, so we are good to go. Now, sailing should be unlocked the same time you unlock currency, so that should be good there. Now, once we have this newfound freedom, like before, you come out here, and unlike scouring the land for it, you need to scour the sea for them, and like this one right here, which is pearls. Now, if we do this, you go to /build trade outpost. You can see cannot be built on water goods because we have to build that certain structure like I mentioned before. Now, what's that structure? You can look it up by going to /build list, and as you can see right here, shipyard. You have to build a shipyard in order to start claiming water goods. Now, there are certain things I have to keep in mind when building a shipyard. One, shipyard has to be built in an ocean biome. It cannot be built in any other biome where it has water. It has to be built over the ocean. And number two, it has to be inside your town borders. So 2 things to keep in mind there. But once you have found the spot where it's good and it matches all the requirements, go /build shipyard unknown structure. I misspelt it. Awesome. Shipyard, enter. And then this is what builds. Ta-da! And no structures that have been built in this video will not be building this fast. I just cheated by using my special admin code. Alright, so once this is finished building, which we'll hear in a second, there we go. We have completed our shipyard. This is what appears. This is what we call our shipyard. It's a 2x2 chunk amazing structure. And yes, it is still fully utilizable. You can do whatever you want to it. It's all up to you. Now, once you have built this, you have now unlocked your ability to start claiming water goods, like this one over here, back to pearls. Now, what we would do is you'd go right up next to it, go to /trade, /build, list. Now, remember, it's not called trade outpost because it told us we couldn't build over water goods. See this right here where my cursor is? Fishing boat. Water goods are not called trade outposts, they're called fishing boats. That's the other thing that's a little different. Alright, so since we are here and we're right up next to it and it's inside our borders, like mentioned before, go /build, fishing boat, hit enter, and ta-da! This is what appears. This is a fishing boat. It's a little small. It's a little smaller than that one chunk building, but hey, it looks a little cute, don't it? Alright, and just like before, a little picture would appear. And all you have to do is hit it, and because of bugs... Oh yeah, this might appear sometimes when you're doing it. The only reason it does this, like right here, is because I watched it as it built. Just so you guys can see how it built. But just remember, all you have to do is just punch it, claim it, and take it into your town hall. And then you just put it inside the picture frames inside your town hall, just like it were just a regular land good. And so, yeah, that's basically the rundown of water goods. So, there, I taught you guys what the difference is between water and land goods, how to get water and land goods, and how to utilize them to their fullest. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Please visit our website at www.avrgaming.com and visit our server at server.avrgaming.com. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you in another video. Peace.